Hey guys, so the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro models released less than a week ago, and today we're going to be looking at the key differences between the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 models. With 4 new iPhones being released, it might be pretty confusing to decide on what iPhone to purchase, especially considering the big differences that these iPhones have from each other. So today we're going to be looking at the key similarities and differences between these iPhones, so you could decide on which iPhone best suits your needs and which iPhone you should purchase this year. So first, let's look at the similarities between all the iPhone 12 models. Firstly, they all support 5G, and if you're in America, they all support 5G Wave 2. So 5G offers very fast speeds, and 5G Wave, if you're in America, offers even faster speeds than normal 5G. And if having 5G on a phone is something important to you, so that's nothing to worry about when picking the iPhone in terms of having 5G. And all the iPhone 12 models also have the same design. They all have the same slab design, so there won't be any significant design differences between the iPhones. These slab designs are very similar to the slab design of the iPad Pro, so all the iPhone 12 models have the same design. They all also have OLED panels. Apple likes to call them Super Retina XDR displays, but what you need to know is that they all have very similar displays, or if not the same displays really. And the only key difference in between these displays are that the iPhone 12 Pro models get a bit brighter than the normal iPhone 12 models in typical conditions, but all the models do have the same maximum brightness. All the iPhones have a really good display, and you don't really need to worry about the display when choosing between the iPhones. All the new iPhones also have the MagSafe technology. So what MagSafe is basically a new magnetic technology that Apple is introducing in all the iPhones. So if you want to future-proof your phone with the MagSafe technology, well, all the iPhones have them. And what MagSafe allows you to do is actually it allows you to have covers that click onto your iPhone, or even chargers that click onto your iPhone. This is extremely convenient, and I'm sure you would be happy to hear that all the new iPhone 12 models offer this technology. All the iPhone 12 models also have the same new and improved wide camera. So the new wide camera allows more light inside by having a larger aperture, and so all the new iPhone 12 models do have the same wide camera. So if camera quality, especially on the usual wide camera, is important for you, all the iPhone 12 models do have the same wide camera. All the iPhone 12 models also offer the same water resistance, which is IP68, and what this means is that you can submerge your phone in up to 6 meters deep water for up to 30 minutes. All iPhone 12 models also offer new 4K slow-mo video. Last year on the iPhone 11, the maximum resolution you could get on slow-mo videos was 1080p, but this year you could get up to 4K in slow-mo. And to get more technical, the new iPhone 12s offer 4K at 120 frames per second and 4K at 240 frames per second, and this feature is supported on all the new iPhones. So now let's get into the differences, the factors that could decide on what phone you're gonna buy and what phone best suits your needs. So the iPhone 12 Pro models have a different material, at least for the bands. So the iPhone 12 Pro has stainless steel bands around it, while the iPhone 12 models have aluminum bands around them. The stainless steel bands on the iPhone 12 Pros are absolutely gorgeous, but the aluminum bands on the iPhone 12s are way lighter. So if having a light phone is important for you, what I would recommend is for you to go with the iPhone 12. But if you usually use your phone without a case or with a clear case, and you don't really care about the weight of the iPhone, then your best bet is probably going with the iPhone 12 Pro, which in my opinion looks way better because of the stainless steel used on the iPhone 12 Pro Max bands. The next difference is the colors that each phone comes in. The iPhone 12 comes in blue, green, red and white, while the iPhone 12 Pro comes in gold, Pacific blue, black and silver. The gold finish on the iPhone 12 Pro Max shimmers as it has a new finish now, and if you want a phone that looks like a jewelry or something of that sort, your best bet is going with the iPhone 12 Pro Max, as the new gold color acts and behaves like a piece of gold jewelry really. As I said before, both the displays on the iPhone 12 Pro and the 12 are very similar, but the 12 Pro does get a bit brighter in typical conditions, but both the iPhones have the same maximum brightness. And let's get into the major differences between these two iPhones, and that is obviously the back camera unit. The iPhone 12 Pro models have the telephoto camera, while the iPhone 12 models just don't. The iPhone 12 models only have the wide and ultra wide cameras, while the iPhone 12 Pro models have the wide, ultra wide and the telephoto cameras. The telephoto lens on the iPhone 12 Pro allows for an 2x optical zoom, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max allows for an 2.5x optical zoom without loss in quality, cause well, it's an optical zoom. In terms of digital zoom, the iPhone 12 can zoom up to 5 times, while the iPhone 12 Pro can zoom up to 10 times, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max can zoom up to 12 times. Since the camera sensor on the iPhone 12 Pro Max is a bit bigger than the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12, it does have a sensor shift optical image stabilization, which means you'll get more stable images and videos from your iPhone. The iPhone 12 Pro has dual optical image stabilization, while the iPhone 12 has a single camera with optical image stabilization. As I said before, the sensors on the iPhone 12 Pro Max are bigger, so the ultra wide camera is wider on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it also produces higher quality images and it lets more light inside the sensor. It also performs better in low light situations, so if you do nighttime photography a lot, the iPhone 12 Pro Max would be your best bet. Only the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max have night mode portraits, so again, if you do night mode or nighttime photography a lot, the iPhone 12 Pro models are the best, and in the iPhone 12 Pro models, the iPhone 12 Pro Max would be your best bet. The Pro models also offer AppleProRaw, which is a proprietary codec offered by Apple. What this allows you to do is, capture videos and images with greater detail than in what you will get on the iPhone 12, and this also allows you to edit raw footage with more detail on your iPhone or on third-party editing software. So if you like creating content, if you are required to film a lot of stuff, your best bet will be going with the iPhone 12 Pro models, as they offer the AppleProRaw codec. All the new iPhone 12 Pro models offer recording in Dolby Vision, but the iPhone 12 models can only record up to 4K at 30 frames per second when recording in Dolby Vision, but the iPhone 12 Pro models can record up 4K at 60 frames per second when recording in Dolby Vision. The new LiDAR sensor is only available on the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max. The LiDAR sensor can sense depth and can create a 3D environment, which is pretty cool. While it is really cool, there's not many use cases for this sensor, at least now, but in the future there might be many. So if you want to future-proof your phone, maybe you would want to consider buying the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, which offer the LiDAR sensors. The LiDAR sensor also helps autofocus on your iPhone, especially in low light situations. So again, if you do low light photography or videography, your best bet would be the Pro models for various reasons that I've mentioned. And obviously the main use case for the LiDAR sensors is the added augmented reality functionality, which aren't really important now but might be in the future. So if you want to future proof your phone, you would want to consider getting the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max. In terms of battery life, the iPhone 12 Pro Max has the best battery life, and while the iPhone 12 Pro has the second best, and both of the iPhone 12 models have the worst battery lives. I will be flashing them down in the screen. But while the iPhone 12 models do have the worst in terms of the 4 models that Apple released, they do have a very decent battery life, a very good battery life even. So all iPhones have good battery life, but if you want the best battery life from the iPhone, your best bet would be going for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. In terms of storage, the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max start at 128 GB and go up to 512 GB, while the iPhone 12 models start at 64 GB and go up to 256 GB. So if you want a higher storage spec iPhone, you would want to go with the iPhone 12 Pro Max or the iPhone 12 Pro. The prices for the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Maxes are as follows. The iPhone 12 mini costs $729, while the iPhone 12 costs $829. The iPhone 12 Pro costs $999, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max costs $1,099. And these are all the base storage version. So those are all the differences between the iPhone 12s and the iPhone 12 Pros. So the main differences you want to be looking at is the camera and also battery life. So if you do a lot of nighttime photography or videography, or you just take a lot of photos in low light situations, your best bet would be to go with the iPhone 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max. And if you want an iPhone with better zoom capability, you'd also want to go with the iPhone 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max. And your best bet here will be the iPhone 12 Pro Max, as it has the bigger sensor and the best zoom capability of all the 4 iPhones. And you would also want to go with the iPhone 12 Pro models if you want a higher storage version, or if you want better or the best battery life out of all the iPhones that have been released this year. So that's it for the video, and I hope that you're clearer in terms of what the various iPhone 12 models offer and what best suits you. If you liked the video, like it, and if you didn't like the video, comment down below what you didn't like about it, and I will try to improve in the future. And if this video helped you and you want more helpful videos like this in the future, press the subscribe button, which will help the channel greatly. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video.